Alright, ready, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Drop it down and keep it low, low, low. Keep it low, low, low. Keep it low, low, low. Keep it low. Here we go, go, go. Here we go, go, go. Here we go. Drop it down and keep it low, low, low. Keep it low, low, low. Keep it low, low, low. Keep it low. Alright, ready, here we go. Alright, ready, here we go. Everybody hit the flow. Everybody hit the flow. Everybody hit the flow. Alright, ready, here we go. Drop it down and keep it low. Drop it down and keep it low. Drop it down and keep it low. Alright, ready, here we go. Everybody hit the flow. Everybody hit the flow. Everybody hit the flow. Alright, ready, here we go. Drop it down and keep it low. Drop it down and keep it low. Drop it down and keep it low. Alright, ready, here we go. Alright, ready, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Drop it down and keep it low, low, low. Keep it low, low, low. Keep it low, low, low. Keep it low. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Drop it down and keep it low, low, low. Keep it low, low, low. Keep it low, low, low. Keep it low.
WIP. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Wednesday evening to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic week so far, and I hope the weather is as nice by you as it has been here by me. I don't say that it's beautiful, but it has actually been pretty nice. It's been in the 30s and 40s, which is typical weather for this time of the year. It hasn't been too rainy, hasn't been too cold or too windy. It's actually been kind of nice, so we've been enjoying it while we can, because I'm sure the bottom will drop out soon enough. Anyway, tonight we are doing our WIP Wednesday, where we are pulling out some of our works in progress, and we are going to be working on those this evening. Now, originally on Sunday, I told you guys that we'd probably be doing some binding projects, but then after I turned the stream off, I remembered that we hadn't finished our Twisted Dreams yet. So we're going to be finishing up on that first, and then if there's time left over, then we'll get started on some binding projects. But that's all we're going to be doing tonight. We're just going to be kind of chilling out, hanging out, taking it easy. It is a Wednesday. You've still got 2 more days left in the work week. So yeah, I hope everybody else's weeks are going really well. I know Mama Joyce has been super busy. She's been sending me messages. She's been in her quilt room all week, and she's been getting so much done with that project that she started on, I think a week or so ago. So she actually has already got some blocks put together, so that's really exciting. She was hoping to join us tonight, but her back's bothering her a little bit because she has been in her quilting room all day. So I think she's going to take the evening off, and that's totally fine. Like I've told her before, she has an open invitation. Whenever she'd like to join us, she's happy to do so, but she doesn't have to. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Before we start off, I want to hop over into chat and say hello to everybody there. I know it's kind of a smaller crowd here on our Wednesday evenings, but that's totally okay. Wednesdays are kind of busy days for some people, and I can understand that as well. So let me hop into chat really quickly and say hello to everybody there in chat. I think the very first person in chat was Sandra K. So Sandra, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Carrie Leonard is also here with us this evening. Hi, Carrie. It's so great to see you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas is in the house. Good evening, Lucas. Thanks so much for being here, bud. And thank you for being a moderator of the channel. I really appreciate that. Of course, Streamlabs is here with us this evening. Thank goodness, because what would we do without our thimbles, right, folks? Let's see. I thought I saw another name in here. Yep, Linda Denton is also here with us this evening. So good evening, Linda. Thanks so much for being here. We really appreciate you hanging out with us this evening. I did try and play a couple of games with my thimbles, and I lost both times. Like, what's up with that? I think it's rigged. I think Lucas set it up so that I'd lose every time. But that's all right. Chloe, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you as well. Welcome back. Yeah, there's me losing again. Embarrassing, really. How can I lose at my own channel? Like, that's just so silly. But then, that way you guys know that it's not rigged, right? That's right. Lucas is saying hello to everybody again. He's probably happy that I lost twice now in a row. Gladys is also here. Good evening, Gladys. It is so great to see you. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Wednesday evening to you. Things kind of scrolled on me here for a second. Give me just a second. Oh, and it looks like Patty is also here this evening. So good evening, Patty. Welcome back to the channel as well. Like I said, small crew tonight, but that's okay. That's fine too. We're okay with that. So I've got my machines already set up here and ready to go. Let me actually put this over here. I don't need it there. And I've got our pieces laid out here. You can kind of see them just ever so little here. Remember the last time we were together when we worked on this, and I'll try to remember to tag this stream into our Twisted Dreams playlist so that people have it, so that people can see it if they're following along. But you remember we made a whole bunch of 2-inch half square triangles because we're going to be putting together um, round 3. I'm sorry, round 2? Round 2? Round 3. Yeah, round 3 of our quilt. This is a medallion quilt type of pattern where you start with the center block and you keep working your way towards the outside. I did put together one of the sides wrong initially, but I was able to fix that. So you guys can kind of see what it looks like right now. So we're going to be doing our next row. Our next row is a bunch of half square triangles, which I've got laid out here. We need to make obviously 4 different sides. So we're going to go ahead and start putting those together. Hi, Teresa. Good evening. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. No telling my secrets. Oh, I'll have to keep my thimbles low. That's right. Lucas, I heard a rumor that you're going to have a bit of a pest problem this weekend. I don't know if your other half told you or not. But Taylor's going to be heading down to visit Tony and Lucas for the weekend. She is leaving Thursday evening right after work. And so we'll be sending Thursday night. And then she's going to go to school with Tony on Friday. And then she'll be with them on Saturday as well. So Lucas may need to find a bar somewhere. Because when you put the 2 of them together, they can only get along for so long. It's usually about 2 hours. It's usually about a 2-hour limit. And then, yeah, it'll help with the pet problem. Yeah, usually about 2 hours before they start fighting each other. So it'll be fun. I'm sure they'll have a great time. I'm sure I know Taylor's looking forward to it. It's been a hot minute since she's went and visited her sister. So that'll be fun. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out this first row. We've got to make 2 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and lay them out. Let's see what I've got here. Got one going that way. Got one there. 2. These over here. So yeah, so she's going to be visiting with Tony and Lucas this weekend, so that'll be fun for her and them. I kind of feel a little bad for Lucas. Lucas, you need to have a fishing weekend with the boys or something. I'm just kidding. Maybe get called into work. Called in, Sylvia, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. It is so great to see you. But so yeah, so Taylor is currently doing laundry to prepare for that. All right, so we got to lay out 2 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay out a second one. So we are putting together the other half of our Twisted Dreams section here. I need 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then lay these out here. This one goes there. And that goes there. Okay. All right. So we're gonna flip this one onto that one. What is everybody else working on this evening? What kind of whips and UFOs have you guys got in your stash that you're putting together? Mama Joyce asked me yesterday, she says, what are you doing on this stream? I said, well, it's Whip Wednesday. She goes, oh, I'm working on one of those too. I said, yes, you are. Oh, and congratulations to all of our Washington peoples with the Seahawks winning. Congratulations to all of them for winning the Super Bowl. Mr. Wizard and I did watch the game. I'm just glad. I was really glad to see that the Patriots didn't win. So, no offense to any Patriots fans out there. The commercials this year were okay. There was one that was kind of weird. It was about toilets. That was kind of odd, a little strange, but whatever. I enjoyed the halftime show. I'm sure that it was not everyone's cup of tea, but I enjoyed it. Casting off a booty, cooking dinner, and gambling. Hi, Fern. Good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Teresa Lynch is also here. I think I said good evening to you already, but just in case, good evening again. I gotta make sure I got enough right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Just want to make sure I have these going the correct direction here. But otherwise, weekend was pretty good. I finished up, I think if you guys are on our Facebook page, then you will see that I finished up our mystery project. I gave you guys a final reveal of that on Sunday, and then that was actually gifted off on Tuesday. It was supposed to be gifted off on Monday, but there were some delays, so it got gifted off on Tuesday. My boss loved it. He's been talking about it nonstop, so that's great. I'm glad to hear that. There we go. So there's that one. And then I'm going to actually take this one off so that I have it kind of laid out like that. And then I also finished quilting up our snowman wall hanging that we started last month. I kind of got delayed on that because of other things. I wasn't able to get to it. But I was finally able to finish that up. I brought that into the office. Got that all taken care of. And we are going to be working on our February one here in a couple weeks. It's going to be a little bit delayed. It's a short month. There's a lot to try and cram in. And so unfortunately, it's just going to be a little behind the ball. But that's all right. In fact, I haven't even cut the fabric for it yet. It's still sitting over there in the corner. But we will be putting that one together. Sylvia says, not my night for slots. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sylvia. If it makes you feel any better, I lost both. I did a gambling and a slots, lost them both. So, if that makes you feel any better. While I was lurking. Next Monday is going to be our next members only live stream. So for all of our members, make sure you check that out. It'll be Monday evening. This Sunday, we're going to be working on our framed pinwheel, our sew along project, which is our framed pinwheels project. We are just about through putting our pinwheels together, which is good because I'm starting to get a little tired of putting pinwheels together, if I'm being honest. So we're just about through with that. Yes, there's a puppy. There's a puppy in here. I just refilled the snack bin, and she knows it. So, there's that. So, I'm going to separate these and then sew them up together, being careful to make sure that I'm sewing them up correctly. Let's see. Let me go this way, and then this one goes this way to here, to this one. So she knows it. She saw me refill it. When is flange binding day? Linda, we did flange binding on Sunday. We started that one, and then so we put the flange binding together on Sunday. You can check out the replay. And then we will be putting the binding actually on the quilt. Not for a few weeks because I forgot to drop it off at the long arm. I actually have to go see her this weekend, so I'm going to drop the quilt off with her this weekend. The good news, though, is that our Norfolk quilt is done, so we're going to be able to work on the binding for that one. But yeah, flange binding, we worked on that on Sunday. Sunday? 2 Sundays ago? Actually, I can't even remember now. Sick for a few days. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Linda. I hope you're feeling better, though. I'm really sorry to hear that. Seems like something has been going around because everybody seems to be sick. You know what? Terry was ill for a little while. I have not seen her pop in yet, so I'm hoping that she's feeling better. Terry said I did 23 diamond paint on Sunday. Wow, that's a lot. Holy smokes. That's a lot. Jeez. How do you get so many of them? My goodness. Had a bad cough. Oh, yeah, that seems to be what everybody is saying is they got this terrible cough. I hope I don't get it. The cough usually triggers my asthma and stuff, so hopefully I don't get it. That's what I'm hoping for. Alright, we're just about done with this row. Deb Loves Crafts, good evening. Welcome to the channel. It's so great to see you. I can't say as I remember seeing your name in chat before. Welcome. If you are new, make sure you let Lucas know. He'll hit you up with some extra thimbles. But good evening. Welcome. It is so great to see you. Alright, so there's one down. So here's what one of them looks like. I still gotta press it, but you can kind of see what it looks like. Hi, baby. Alright, so let's get the other one together and then we'll press them both. Lay it out here. Oh, you're new. Oh, great, great, great. Well, welcome to the channel. It's so great to meet you. Lucas will make sure to get you some symbols so you have something to play with. Let us know what you're working on tonight, Deb. We are doing WIP Wednesday. We are finishing up one of our block of the month projects called Twisted Dreams. We started it last week, Tuesday. And we are finishing that up, and then we're going to be working on some binding. So that's going to be real fun. Lots of fun there. As you can see, I'm joined by my pretty puppy. I have 3 of them. She's patiently waiting for me to pull the snack bin out because I just refilled it. Or she keeps staring at me. I will pull it out in just a second. Just a second. Ooh, got a little bit of a pinch in my back tonight. Not sure what's happening there. Started yesterday, if I'm being honest. You guys know I have chronic back problems. And it started yesterday. I'm pretty sure that it's stress related. Or weather. One of the two. Not working on anything but the heaps you have to finish. Well, I can understand that. I can completely understand that. Alright. One last piece here. And then we will get started with the ironing. And I did turn the iron on. I think I was talking about it on Sunday when we were here. I was kind of hemming and hawing about whether I needed to replace my iron or not. I mean, it works. I just don't know that it's getting quite up to the temperature that it's supposed to get up to, which is really unfortunate because they don't make this one anymore. So I'm still kind of keeping an eye on it. Oh, stretch. Sorry, give me a second, guys. Back is just killing me today. Oh, stretch. Ouch. That hurts. Okay. So there we go. We got our two pieces. So we'll get those ironed up here in just a second. But first and foremost, I think we got to feed the puppies. It doesn't make as much noise because it's so full. Hi, puppies. Say hello to our new subscriber, Deb, please. Can you sit for me, please? Thank you very much. Say hi, Deb. Say welcome. Say welcome. We love all of our new friends. Yeah, we do. Wrigley too. Wrigley too. Good girl. Okay, one more. One more. Addison, sit, please. Thank you. Addison, can you go up? Good girl. Good girl. Wrigley, can Wrigley go up? Good girl. Can Ivy go up? Not Addison. Ivy. Ivy. Can Ivy go up? Come on. Come on. You can do it. You're cheating. But there are the puppies. Ivy, usually she's the youngest one, but the middle-sized dog. She usually spends the most time in here with us. Yeah, so she's our babies. Our babies. Good girls. Okay. Alright, so let's... All gone. All gone. See you later. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these ironed up then. I'm going to pull out my little ironing tool here to help me. I am going to press these open because I am a little concerned about the amount of bulk. Typically, I would press them to one side, but because of the amount of bulk on these, I think I'm going to press them open. So I'm just going to keep sliding them through my tool here, one at a time. Gorgeous babies. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Trust me, they know it too, especially that one. What is everybody else working on this evening? I think, Sandra, didn't you have a live stream this evening, or was that the other day? Those are tiny pieces. Yeah, these are 2-inch square, half square triangles, so they're pretty small. You know, they're smallish for sure. Yeah. If you guys haven't already, make sure you check out Sandra's channel. You can do !Sandra. She has her own channel over there. We have a lot of content creator friends, so make sure you check all of them out. Trying to follow symbols. I am from Queensland, Australia. Oh, okay, got you. So I can ship to Australia. It does take a little bit of extra time, and it would be something that you're kind of have to like redeem them for the year instead of just for the month. But you are welcome to continue playing with the symbols if you'd like to, or you can always gift them off to somebody else, or you can redeem them and choose someone else to receive your prize too. You can also do that as well. We have quite a few international folks in our channel that will do that. They'll redeem their prizes and then ask me to send them to another subscriber, which I'm happy to do that as well. Or you can redeem in your prizes and just let me know that you want me to kind of keep a record of them. And what I'll do is I'll keep a record of it. And when you get to like, a handful of them, then I can send the package to you. I don't have a problem sending international. We want to make it kind of worth the postage. That's all. So. And it does go by the mail. It doesn't go by any expedited services. So it could be a while before it gets to you. But I have shipped stuff to Greenland. I've shipped some stuff to Katie in Greenland, so I know I can do it. Chloe says, I might work on a small Valentine's mini quilt from Cotton Cuts and Gnome Blocks. Oh, cute. Cute. I still have my winter one, my winter gnome table runner that I need to work on. I'm not hold that one out in a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna press these down one more time. And then flip it over. Iron it up. There we go. Not quite straight, but straight enough. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so that one works. So now you guys kind of see what it's supposed to look like. That's what it's supposed to look like. Looks a little bit nicer once it's ironed up, right? A little bit nicer. We'll attach that to our edge in just a minute. You all lost that height. Oh boy. Oh boy, that bot. He's being mean tonight, huh? Jeez. Alright, there's this one here. No more right now, baby girl. No more. No more right now. I think Mr. Wizard was saying that baseball catchers and pitchers reported today. I think that's what I saw. He's excited for that because that means Mr. Wizard is a big baseball fan, in case you guys didn't know that. He's a Chicago Cubs fan, which is why all of our dogs are named after the Chicago Cubs. We've got Addison for, Clark and Addison, where Wrigley Field is located. We've got Wrigley, for Wrigley Field, And then we have Ivy, who is the Ivy at Wrigley Field. So, in case you didn't know that already. Of course, we just think they're, my daughters and I just think they're cute names for dogs, but Mr. Wizard actually has some meaning to it. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You're like, Mom, I hear a lot of talking, but I don't hear a lot of snacking. She's so cute. She is so stinking cute. Can you guys? Oh yeah, you can see her. Yeah. So Deb, I'm curious, what time is it there in Australia? And while I'm doing this ironing, if you guys wouldn't mind just taking a quick second to tickle that like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're watching currently and not necessarily participating in chat, if you would just double check and make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel or consider subscribing to the channel. That would be really helpful as well, especially if you're watching after the stream has already aired on a replay. And if you are watching in a replay, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know you were here. I'd love to say hi to you and thank you personally for watching. I do try to respond back to all of my comments. I have a small enough channel right now that I can do that. So I'm trying to take advantage of it. This way. Yeah, that's right. Okay. There we go. Alright, so our two sides are done, so now we're going to work on our other two sides. We'll set those to the side right now. Pay the rent at the door, Fern. I love it. Thank you very much for that. 11:57 a.m. My goodness. Well, it's almost lunchtime then, huh? Oh, on Thursday. Oh my, it's almost lunchtime. You're a half a day ahead. That's awesome. I always love that. I don't know why. It just blows my mind when things like that happen. It's just so crazy. All right, so now we're going to work on our second row. We have 1, 2, 3. Got one of these. Okay, and then we've got one of these. Okay, and one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, Wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need to make 2 of these. Oh, oh, that's my medicines. You guys know that I've been on a new medication. The doctor has changed the time of the day that I take said medications. And so I actually forgot to grab it. So let me go do that here in just a second. The medication I take, it's important that I take it at the almost exact same time every day. The doctor said within 15 to 30 minutes. And our stream is longer than that. So I'm going to go ahead and run real quick over to the restaurant or our bathroom where we keep our medicines. And I'll be right back. So you guys just hang out here, listen to the cool music. I'll be right back. Hold please. This time I'll leave the music going. Give me just a sec. Oops. Yeah, one of these days I'll remember. Okay, sorry about that. One of these days I'll remember to actually bring it in here so that I don't have to run out. Yes, Ivy, now's your chance to get the snacks. That's right. Yeah, mommy left. Quick, grab them. All right, there we go. Thank you for your patience with that. Warm in here today. All right. Hi, baby girl. It's warm in here today. I don't know why it's so warm in here. Usually it's freezing in here, so today it's kind of warm. Could just be me too, you know. All right, so there's 1, 2. So we are just putting some half square triangle, rows together. A whole mess of them. So this row is the exact same as the other row. There's just an extra block on each end. And again, we have to make 2 of these, 1 for top, 1 for bottom. But yes, as I was saying earlier, Lucas is going to have a bit of a pest problem this weekend. Taylor is going to be visiting them. It's going to be a lot of fun. She's looking forward to it. She's going to be spending the day with Tony in Tony's classroom. Tony is a 3rd grade teacher. Taylor's new job's going really well. I think I told you guys before. She started a new job. It's been going really well so far. She's liking it. She gets to spend all day with puppies. I mean, that's like a dream job. She gets to spend all day. She said if it weren't for the barking every once in a while, it would be a dream job. She just gets to play with puppies. She said she spent most of the day outside with them, playing outside with them today. Like, shut up. Hi, baby. We call her the baby because she's the youngest. Oh. Symbol redemptions went out last week. I think everyone has gotten theirs, or at least I think they've all been delivered. So hopefully they've been delivered to the correct places. If you believe that you were supposed to get one and you did not receive it yet, please send me an email and let me know. And I will double check my records for you or send you a tracking number for it. But everybody should have gotten them by now. Of the Bark News. Oh, yeah, friend, that makes sense. Yeah, he's the reporter of the Bark News. That makes sense, yeah. Ivy likes to. Ivy likes to. She'll hear the dogs, the neighborhood dogs outside, and she'll be like wrapped up in a blanket or in my lap or something, and she just likes to. You just hear this quiet woof, woof, woof. Like, yeah, yeah, you're real scary. You're real scary in mommy's lap, yeah. Or she'll be like underneath the covers, and all of a sudden you'll just hear this really quiet woof from underneath the covers. We're like, yeah, yeah, you're real scary, yeah. You're really protecting the house underneath the covers. Yeah, it's funny. I like all the reels that I see on Facebook and on TikTok that are, this is who we've chosen to protect our house, and they zoom the picture, they pan the camera over the dog's like laying like, so we're like, this is who we've chosen to protect our house. Yeah, okay, it's pretty funny. Those are funny. All right, go. Grab that one. Go. That way. That way. Oh, these are backwards. Let's go this way. All right, let's see. 10 feet? Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's Wrigley. She's the little black and white one. You guys saw her earlier. We joke all the time that she's the 200-pound dog stuck in the 8-pound body. Oh, that's Wrigley. She is the ruler of this household. All whopping 8.5 pounds of her. Yeah. And the bigger one, well, I mean, she's not really big. She's only 35 pounds. Addison is scared of her own shadow. So go figure. Of course, my Mama Joyce beats me though. She had a golden that was terrified of the ceiling fans. She wouldn't come in the room because of the ceiling fans. That dog was afraid of her own shadow. Ivy's very curious. She kind of likes to scope things out. She's curious but cautious about things, but she'll at least like come check it out. Wrigley just she has absolutely no fear, none whatsoever. No, and then of course there's Addison who is terrified of her own shadow. When she was a puppy. And unfortunately, it's kind of transferred as to her being an adult dog. When she was a puppy, we'd had a party at our house, on 4th of July or something. I don't even remember what it was. But we had a cooler sitting out on the back patio that was drying out. We'd rinsed it out. We'd had ice and drinks in it, and so we'd rinsed it out. We tipped it over and we set it up on the patio. Well, She went to go outside one night, um, and she went up to the door to ring the bell to tell us that she wanted to go outside, and she saw the cooler. Freaked out. Just lost her ever loving mind. Just barking and growling and barking and growling and barking and growling. And after that, she was not go in the kitchen with whenever the lights were off in the dark. You have to go with her, and she'll walk behind you. To this day, she still does it. When she wants to go outside in the evenings, she will stop at the. We have a door that between the living room and kitchen. There's a doorway, and she will stop at that doorway to the kitchen, and she'll just stop and she'll wait for you. And then like you have to take the steps in, and she'll walk right behind you. She's so silly, so silly. But yeah, so she's. You like it when the pit bull picks up the chihuahua? Oh no. The one that's really funny is when Mr. Wizard, because Wrigley is Mr. Wizard's buddy. That's Mr. Wizard's buddy. She is attached to him the second he gets home, and so it's really funny to watch Mr. Wizard pick up this little 8-pound dog. This little 8-pound dog around. It's so funny. It's this big burly man. This little 50 dog. It's just adorable. Hi Joyce. Good evening. Welcome back to the channel. So great to see you. I hope you are well. We've got one row done. Now we're going to put the other row together, and then we'll iron them up again. And then all we have to do after that is attach them to our quilt block here. And then this project will be complete for this week, and we can move on to the next one. Lucas, how is your week over by you? How is the crime rate? I hope things are going okay. I know you've been dealing with a little bit of office politics, which, happens in any job. I have some of that myself at my work, too. I think that happens everywhere. Hi, baby girl. I'm going to give you some more snacks in just a minute, okay? A golden retriever? Yeah, Mama Joyce, my mom, Mama Joyce, she joins us on the live streams a lot. She has a golden retriever. She actually just lost one of her goldens recently, last year. She had actually had two of them at one point. She has a cream golden, which is like an off-white colored golden, cream colored, duh. And then she had a lighter colored golden. It wasn't like your dark colored golden. She was lighter color. I don't remember what they called it, but yeah. Suspiciously low and work drama, which is exactly like high school drama. It absolutely is, Lucas. I wish I could tell you that goes away, but it doesn't. You can just kind of keep yourself out of it, and don't spread it, don't get involved in it, and you'll survive it. But it doesn't go away. Doesn't matter what job you work at, who you work with, there's always some drama. There's always drama. Always. Always. I work with a bunch of men. I think they might actually be more dramatic than the women are. Honestly. Sometimes. It's like a bunch of children. Tony might have the right idea working with the third graders. She might have less drama. Because at least we can give them the excuse that they didn't know any better. All right. Hi, Terry. Good evening. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. If you guys haven't already, make sure you check out Terry's channel. There's a link there in the chat. She is doing some really cool things with a hydroponic garden. Really, really cool. I love it. I am learning so much about it from her. So thank you to her for sharing that with us, sharing us along on that journey. Her stories say otherwise. With regards to the drama. You didn't know I was on. Well, that's okay. It's okay. No worries. Alright, so those two are done. Now we need to iron up these two, one at a time. I should grab the smaller one. The smaller one, yeah, it's not really close. Oh, I'll just use this one inside. It's a little closer. Boys to behave. Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. Are you feeling any better, hon? The medicine's starting to work, or? Terry is also one of our moderators, as well as Lucas. So if you guys have any questions, you can hit them up and ask them. If of course, you know, you're always welcome to ask me as well. Unfortunately, because I am kind of focused on what I'm doing here, I don't always catch things in chat. So they are much better at answering that stuff than I do. I did see Lucas explaining the Thimbles program to a couple people, so thank you, Lucas, for explaining that. Something fun we try to do here on the channel. You are welcome to play the games in chat. If you have any questions on how to play them, Terry and Lucas are, of course, our experts on it because they are top of that leaderboard, real close to it. What happened? Oh, somebody just sent me a message. Who sent me a message? Oh, Taylor, she's sharing me a reel with me. I'll look at it later. I'll look at that later. It's probably a Dosh hound. A girl wants a Dosh hound. She spams me, my Instagram and my Facebook with Dosh hounds. I felt better in one way today, and then I got dizzy in my stomach, so I took it easy today. Well, better is good. Sorry that you were feeling dizzy and had some stomach issues, but a little bit better is always a good thing. The combo doesn't work for me. Sandra has the secret now. Lucas is figuring out the combination to winning all the slots and stuff. Excuse me. I don't know if I told you guys, but Mr. Wizard took a little bit of a tumble. He's okay. He took a little bit of a tumble at work. Kind of hurt his pride more than anything, although I think he did jack up his knee a little bit. You know, he doesn't bounce like he used to, you know. So, you know, even with the added padding, he doesn't bounce like he used to. So he's a little sore, a little slower, but he's doing okay. He's been wearing his knee brace the last couple of days. Try and help with that. And then a few stitches on Gamble. Ah, gotcha, yeah. The sinus and yeah, the ear thing will definitely make you dizzy for sure. Yeah, 100% sure. Yeah, because it messes with your equilibrium. Yep. Oh, show. Oops. I'm gonna go ahead and give these another hot iron real quick. Like that. Flip it over one more time. There we go. That's better. All right. There we go. Yeah, Sandra, I think that's a great combination. Knit a few stitches, gamble. Knit a few stitches, gamble. I think that's a great combination. Couple weeks we get to start on a new project. It's fun. It's a free pattern by Wilmington Prints. It's called Timberland Trail. It is a panel pattern. It is designed specifically for their panel fabric. I'm sure you could probably try to incorporate it with other fabrics as well. I expect it to go together pretty quickly because the majority of it is panel pieces. I bought it as a kit from a quilt store on our trip this summer to Quilt Town. I didn't buy it in Quilt Town. I bought it at a different store. Yeah. Speaking of quilt stores, Lucas, you and Tony need to start scouting out quilt stores in your area so that when I come out in March, we can hit up a few of them. I think there were a couple of them by you, if I remember correctly, because I did Google it. So yeah, we're going to be starting on that. It's called Timberland Trails by Wilmington Prints. I'm excited about it. It's more of a masculine pattern. I don't typically gear towards, but I am excited about it. I like to kind of throw in the masculine patterns every once in a while. This one is more like a wilderness. Elk and deer and there might be a bear in there. I'm not sure. You know anybody that likes hunting or camping? It'd be a really good one for them. You can definitely do that. Good. Good. Yeah, I'm hoping to like get out there in the morning and hit up the stores right away and then maybe go for lunch and then hit some more stores and maybe some dinner at your apartment, cake and ice cream for the girl's birthday, and then come home. That's my plan. We'll see how it goes. Of course, we got a month to figure it out, of course. The girls turned 23 this year. What? I know. They're so old. Taylor's having a midlife crisis. She's like, Mom. I'm like, what? She's like, I'm going to be 23. No? What's your point? She's like, I just can't believe it. I'm like, uh-huh. Hi. Call me again when you turn 40. Then we can talk. What do you know? Yep. 23. I remember 23. I had 2-year-olds. Actually, they were a year old, a little over a year old. Carrie says, I'm turning 60. Carrie, that's awesome. Congratulations. That's exciting. Nice milestone birthday. Faster in the 70s. I can see where that might feel like it, yeah. I turned 44. 45 this year. I don't even know how old I am. So I turned 45 this year in January. And like it was like the second week of January. My birthday's on the 12th. And so like 2, 3 weeks afterwards, I had some new acre pain. I don't know, it was something, and I just looked at my cord and go, well, apparently this is what happens when you're 45 now. Like this is what it is now. Like, I'm just gonna accept it. This is the new 45. It's fine. And oh, that's what it was. It was my glasses. Like I'm having this weird, like I can't see anymore. Like when I'm working at work, I like my glasses is too strong. I get a headache. But if I take them off, then I can't see the screen. It's like this weird, like I don't know what I'm doing. I can't see. And she was just laughing at it. She goes, "Uh-huh, yeah, you turned 45." I'm like, apparently this is what we're doing now. All right. So it was funny. All right. So we've got our strip pieces together. Oh, let me show them to you. I'm sorry. So this is the other piece. Same thing, just a little bit longer. So now we've got our strip pieces put together. So now we're going to go ahead and be attaching them to our quilt. 4 days a week. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, you're for sure. For sure. Okay. So let's see. How do we want to do this? So the twos go on the sides first. That's this one here. So these go on the sides. They go this way. Yep, this other side. This one goes on this side. That one goes on that side. And then they're like this, right? Yes. Like this. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and put these on. Hi Mary, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Wednesday evening to you, or as some people like to refer to it as hump day. Oh, perfect. So typically what I've been doing lately is I've been doing my strip pieces with open seams, and then once I sew it onto the row, then I will do it directionally when I'm pressing my seams. And that just seems to be making my machine likes, doesn't like bulk. I don't think there's a whole lot of machines out there that do, but mine really just does not like the bulk. And so I've been trying to, it's been a battle of the bulk. And so I've been trying to figure out how to do that. And I think the open seams for something and then directional for others really seems to be doing the trick. So that's why we've been doing that. Somebody on the live stream on Sunday asked me if I do all open seams. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Excuse me again. And no, I don't do it for everything, but there we go. Yeah. Now we're gonna flip it over and do the other side. A little bit of a long tail there, but that's okay. Doesn't it line up? Close enough. Close enough. going to do this side now. Oh. There we go. A nice quiet night tonight. Just kind of relaxing, enjoying our hobby, nothing too stressful. Just kind of working on some projects you got sitting in your sewing room. Still got 2 more days of the work week, if that's something that affects you. So, you know, we don't want to give ourselves too much stress, or just enough fun in our sewing room to kind of let go of the week's stresses. Have some fun. Go. Oof. Finish the pair of booties. Oh, that's awesome, Sandra. That's really awesome. Are you knitting these booties, or are you crocheting these booties, or what are you? How are you creating them? One of these days, I would like to learn how to knit. I do not know how to knit. I know how to crochet. My grandma taught me how to do that when I was very little. I have tried to teach myself how to knit unsuccessfully. I don't necessarily know that I want to make anything specific. I just want to learn how to do it. Like, I want to be able to say, oh yeah, I know how to do that. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not looking at making anything fancy, or, you know, booties or scarves or anything like that. I just want to understand the concept. One day. One day. Oh, you're knitting them? Oh, awesome. That's 2 needles, right? Is it knitting always 2 needles, or is it sometimes only 1 needle? Like, I don't know. I think it's always 2, isn't it? Oh, Deb, thank you very much. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. This is a Black of the Month pattern. I purchased it through Stitching Haven, but it is actually by Lakeview Quilting. If you go to Lakeview Quilting 2, the number 2.com, you can get a copy of the pattern. The pattern is available for sale. I think I put a link to it in the description of our Twisted Dreams video series. Are you sure you did? Yeah. Knit a neck scarf. That's what I do with crocheting. Yeah, neck scarves and afghans. Like, that's as far as I can go with those. Like, I can't do all the fancy stuff, like all the animals and stuff that you see people making. A friend just shared a video of a fox in her yard. How cute. Oh my. He says, I can knit. I really can't make anything. I want anything but a scarf. Mary says she doesn't find knitting as enjoyable as crocheting. Interesting. Interesting. I've never done it, so I can't say if I would enjoy it or not. I don't want to say that I don't enjoy crocheting. I just kind of get lost in the monotony of it. It's not as entertaining for me as things like cross stitching and quilting, which is why projects usually take me forever to do. I think I'm still working on an Afghan that I started in like ninth grade. Uh, Socks require 4 needles and the booties require 4. Oh, interesting. You have to keep your hands busy. No, I get that. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. My grandma was a crocheter. She wasn't a knitter, but she was a crocheter. And she was a crocheter until, like, for a very, very long time. Until the arthritis in her hands just got so bad that she couldn't do it anymore. My aunt is a knitter. She likes to knit because of the same reason. It keeps her hands busy. Um, because she has a lot of problems with her hands. Just, surgeries and things like that. So the knitting kind of helps keep them loose for her so that they don't hurt so much. At least I think that's one of the reasons. I know that she enjoys it. Like, I know that she just truly enjoys it. But I think that's also one of the reasons why she does it. Or I feel like she mentioned that maybe. Just about done with this side here. Putting the final stitches on this side. There we go. Knitting takes longer, that's why I love to crochet. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. I guess that would make sense, though. You would think that 2 needles wouldn't take longer, but I guess it would. It would take longer, yeah. Huh. Different. I know there's like a whole bunch of YouTube tutorials, and I think, isn't that Sean's wife that has a knitting channel? I feel like somebody's significant other has a knitting channel. I want to say it's Sean. I want to say it's Sean's wife that has the knitting channel. I could be wrong on that. Could be wrong. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Oh, wow, that like just barely made it on there. Wow. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to resew that. I just found a piece of it's like barely sewn in. There's like a little hole there. So I'm gonna just go over that real quick. Smush that down. There we go. There we go. Not perfect, but it'll do. It'll do. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh no, that's not gonna do. That did not fix it. That just made it worse. So let me pull that back out. Dog mom knits. Okay, that's what I thought. So I thought it was. Yeah. Well, and I hate guessing at things like that because I usually end up being wrong. So I should know better. So I tried to fix this and it didn't really work. I'll just have to go back and give it a zigzag stitch another day. I'll just go back and give it a zigzag stitch another day. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna pull apart otherwise. I think I can just zigzag it right on the top here. We'll worry about that later. Worry about it another day. I'm not gonna worry about it now. Okay. I tried to fix it, but it didn't really work, so we'll just leave it for now and we'll fix it another day. Alright, let's do this last side here, and then what time is it? Wow, it's only 8:30. It's an early tonight. Got some um, binding projects that I can pull out. We can work on those. So this Twisted Dreams is a Block of the Month program. I purchased it through Stitching Haven. The quilt pattern is a Lake View quilting pattern. I believe the fabric is also by Lakeview. I signed up for it back in June, I think, because I just loved the movement of it. I really liked the design. So I actually have the fabric for our next round of pieces, but I have to cut it up still. But this quilt is, they call it a medallion quilt pattern, because basically you start with the center block and you build around it. So there's no blocks per se. It's not like sample blocks or anything like that. Basically, you just take your pieces and you just keep. It's almost like a log cabin, like trying to make a log cabin. You just kind of keep going around and around and around with different designs, and then you end up with this really pretty kind of movement. This one is called Twisted Dreams because the pattern kind of looks like it's like swirling around the center block. It's kind of neat the way it's got that movement in it. You can kind of see it a little bit. Here, let me show you what, guys, this one when we're finished with it here. You can kind of start to see a little bit of the swirling pattern to it with these pieces that we've got together so far. I do believe that it is sold out, so you can't buy the kit anymore. At least through Stitching Haven, I know it's sold out. There might be some available on eBay or somewhere like that. But the pattern itself is still available, so you could pick other fabrics if you wanted to and make it with other fabrics. I remember, though, the pattern was kind of pricey. If I remember correctly. A little pricey. Yeah, it's a little off, but that's alright, never mind. There we go. Let me show you what it looks like. Ta-da! See how you can start to see a little bit of the movement, that blue stripe kind of thing is moving around a little bit. So kind of neat. Linda's like, she's sitting out so pretty, Mom, look at me. I see you, baby girl. Hang on. She's so darn cute. So darn cute. So yeah, so that is this block. Thank you, Terry. Thank you very much for that. It is very pretty. I do really like the fabrics. They're like blues and greens, which is something that I don't normally, go towards, but I am liking it quite a bit. So. I can't give one and not the others. You okay, Eddie? Wigworm. Good girl. Okay, I'll go on. I'll go on. See you later, bye. Mommy's actually got to go over there and get the other quilt. Oh, thank you guys very much for those kind words. Thank you. You guys will see that one come up again the end of the month. We do this one on the third Sunday. Third Sunday? No, I'm sorry. The first Tuesday. So you guys will see that one the first Tuesday of March. So we've been working on that one. So let me put this away. Danny, does the black just keep growing out and out? Yes. Yeah, it just keeps bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I have a picture. If you go back onto our channel and then you go into the Twisted Dreams, the actual thumbnail will show you the complete design. But that's what it's going to look like when it's done. You can see how it just kind of all twists around the center. It looks like it's all twisting around. So that's what it's going to look like. The finished quilt will be 66 by 81. So decent size. But I have month 3, round 4 fabric is sitting over there right now. So, yeah. Let me put this away really quickly, and then I'm going to grab some fabric and the binding for another project. Give me just a second. Put that one away. Go over here. There. That one. All right. So this project is a project that I'm going to be putting the binding on. I don't know that you guys have seen this one yet, honestly. This is a bed runner. I made it kind of on the fly with some extra fabric I had laying around. This is as wide as it is. That's it. That's as wide as it is. And it's not very long either. This is as wide as it is and as long as it is. It's just this big. That's it. So it's just made to go on the end of a bed. Originally, I think it was designed for a twin bed, but that's okay. But it's just some pinks and blacks and grays. I think it's called A Walk in the Park. Is the name of the pattern. We made this on the channel forever ago. It was a Missouri Star Quilt Company pattern. I want to say it's like something in the park, something park. I don't remember. But it started out as a strip tube, and you cut it on an angle, and then that's how you make it. And then on the back is this really pretty, and you guys can kind of see it. It's this really pretty pink, but it's got like this shimmer to it. Don't you love it? I just absolutely love it. So cool. Love the shimmer. And then, of course, I have a binding to go on it that's a gray, and it's also that shimmery fabric as well. So that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of our live stream tonight. We're going to be starting on this binding. I do need to change out my thread though, because I am most definitely not going to be using blue. So let me grab my gray thread, because I don't have any up there. Let me grab that real quick. Oh, that should be enough for what we need. So yeah, I had some extra fabric laying around. I think it was an extra jelly bolly pop, maybe. I don't think it was a full jelly roll. Yeah, I just started putting it together one day, and that's what I got to. And decided to turn it into a bed runner. So it'll sit on the end of somebody's bed. Or maybe even a crib blanket. Could be a crib blanket. Or toddler's blanket, maybe. I never thought about that, but I guess it could be a toddler's blanket too. On a toddler bed. I don't know anybody that has toddlers, but, you know, I guess I could hang on to it just in case. Alright, let me just put this away and switch out my thread. There we go. I forgot to put that away, so I'll have to put it away later. That's fine. I have never pinned binding on. How do you do your corners? Fern, I don't pin mine either. I don't pin it. I do a mitered corner on mine. I can show you when I get to the corner. I've done a couple of videos on how I do my bindings. For the life of me, I couldn't tell you which ones they are right now, but I can show you. Basically, I do a mitered corner. So I started with my 2.5 inch strip. I use 2.5. That's just what I've used 2.25 before, and I didn't really care for it. So I use 2.5. 2.5 inch strips. Some on the diagonal or mitered, I guess if you want to call it. All the way up together, and then into one long strip, and then fold that strip in half and iron it. So you end up with, well, this one's kind of folded up, but a nice strip like this. It's folded in half. The 2.5 inch strip that's folded in half, and then I do a 1/4 inch seam on mine. The 1/4 inch seam, I really like it because it kind of gives us this, in my opinion, it gives it a nice finished edge when you're done. Where I don't do a stitch in the ditch, because you can do a stitch in the ditch if you prefer. But I like the 1/4 inch seam. I think it just gives it a nice finished edge. But I can show you how I do a corner. Not an expert. Don't know if I'm doing it right, but I can show you what I do. I think I'm gonna start on. I'm kind of thinking I should start on end here, just to make it a little bit easier on myself. Different. I love this fabric though. It's so shiny and shimmery. I just absolutely love it. I thought it went perfectly with this fabric. There's just some extra fabric I had laying in my quilting room. Alright, so I'm going to start with a nice decent sized tail. About 2/3 of the way down. Sorry, I know you guys can't actually see anything because this is covering up everything. I'm going to try to see if I can show you what I do when I get to the corner. Let me first get this started here. There we go. But I don't pin mine either. I just kind of go with it. There we go. I don't pin it. I don't clamp it. I start on the top unless we're doing a flange binding. If you're doing a flange binding, then you have to start from the back. But I like to start from the front. I sew it on the front and then I roll it around to the back. You do have to give it a little bit of a push because it's kind of thick. Bye, Teresa. Good evening. Have a good night. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. It could be reversible. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. This thing could be for sure. For sure. For somebody who likes pink. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yep. Okay. So when I get to my corner, I'm going to stop 1/4 inch from the end. Okay. I'm not going to go all the way to the end. I'm going to stop 1/4 inch from the end. So I'm just about there. Okay. When I get to 1/4 inch from the end, I'm going to go ahead and back tack. And then pull it off the machine. Okay? With me so far? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, here's my tail, here's my corner. I'm going to take my tail and I'm going to pull it up like this. Okay, so now it's this edge here lines up with this edge here, so it's like one long line. See how that looks? And then this kind of went onto an angle. This kind of went onto an angle like that. Okay, and now I'm going to take this edge here and I'm going to bring it back down straight. I'm going to keep this angle. My finger is holding this angle here. I'm going to keep this here and bring it back down and fold it so that the fold lines up with the edge that I just sewed. And I'm going to keep this edge lined up here. And now I'm going to put it back on my machine and I'm going to start a quarter of an inch down. I'm not going to start at the edge. I'm going to start a quarter of an inch down, back tack, and then go all the way down. And so now what that does is it gives me this little pocket here, okay? And so once it's sewn, this will be my mitered corner when I pull it over to the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Oops. So I've got it on the machine. I've turned it so that my sewn is at the top. My unsewn is on my side here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip it up, line it up so that the edge is all nice and straight. And this is nice too. I like to kind of finger press it down there, give it a nice crease. Hold it down, fold it back down towards me, and then make sure that that fold is lining right up with the edge of the fabric and that the edge of my binding is lining up with this edge. And then get it back on the machine. Now some people like to put like a pin there or a binding clip there just to keep it held on. Whatever works for you. I usually don't need to do that. I'm going to put my needle down and then I'm going to go 3 spaces forward, 3 spaces back, or 3 stitches, I'm sorry, and then go ahead and keep going. And then I'm just going to keep going. That's how I get my mitered corners. And then once I'm done with this side, when I go to flip it over to the other side, I do the same thing. I fold one side first. I get that nice corner, diagonal, and then I fold the other one on top of it. And then I'll get that nice mitered corner there. I don't know that we're going to get to the other side tonight. But I do have other videos that I've done binding on them before. So if you look through like some of our cotton cuts projects, you'll see where we've done binding. And I tried to show you guys what I was doing there. Donna Jordan of Jordan Fabrics has a really, really good video on doing, and I do my binding the same way that she teaches it. So if you're really trying to figure it out, I would definitely go over to her channel, to the Jordan Fabrics channel, and check out her binding video. She's much better at teaching than I am, for sure. So you hand sew the back. Fern, I do not. I cannot stand hand sewing. No, I can't stand it. I machine sew mine from the back. From the front, I machine sew it, and I use my 1/4 inch presser foot again instead of doing a stitch in the ditch because it gives it this really nice, in my opinion, it gives us this nice like seam edge. Like the stitching goes just above the actual like seam, and it just gives it this nice like a seam edge, like a what am I like a cuff edge, like a cuff on your sleeve edge kind of thing. That's what it does, and I really like that. That's the look that I prefer, that I like. Not everybody. That's not everybody's cup of tea. That's not for everybody, and I get that. And that's why I say, do it the way that you like the best. Some people like to use a 2 1/4 instead of a 2 1/2. I have done a 2 1/4 plenty of times before, and I didn't like it. I felt too stressed about. I felt like there wasn't enough fabric there to work with. And I know that seems silly because it's just a quarter of an inch, but it to me it made a difference when I was trying to fold it over. The other thing that I have found that I really like doing that I've learned is I like to iron it before I fold it. So I iron my fabric, my binding in half. I sew it on, and then I take the iron and I go all the way around the edge, and I iron it flat. And so then when I'm rolling it to the back, I feel like it rolls nicer. Again, that's just my own preference. That's just what I like to do. Doesn't work for everybody, um, but I do prefer that. Okay. Yeah, I bet this would make a nice like toddler bed quilt, or and then eventually, upgrade to a bed runner. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but I bet this would be nice as a toddler bed. Something is off here. Am I getting it on? Yeah, I guess I am getting it on there. Just seems like it's off. I usually hand stitch while watching TV. I've heard, a lot of people hand stitching is me and 2.5 binding width is for Sandra. Okay, yeah. A lot of people like to hand stitch. I know that a lot of quilting um, quilt shows require the hand stitched bindings. I don't like it. I don't like the hand stitch, so it's not my thing. And I'm not in, uh, putting any of my quilts in a quilt show, so I don't worry about it. I prefer the machine stitching, although this one is really thick for some reason. It is struggling. It is really struggling. It is sewing it though, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Put it aside for future grandchildren. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Of course, my luck will have boys. Nothing but boys. But it would be a really nice toddler bed quilt. So, and then, it could start out as a baby, like a crib quilt, go to a toddler bed, and then to as a bed runner. Yeah, it could work really nice. So I might put this one aside. We'll see. The colors are not super bright. I mean, the pink is bright-ish, but I don't think it's really super bright. I mean, it's pretty, but it's more of a blush pink, I think, than like a bright pink, and I just feel like it would be really nice. And it's all cotton, so it would be, really. Yeah, I might put this one aside for somebody. Maybe future grandchild, maybe just future gift for, a friend, who knows. Hint, hint, Lucas. No, 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 no hints to Lucas. No hints to Lucas, I promise. The next one make boyish. Yeah, good call. Good call. Hi, Pat, Patricia. Good evening. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I should make one in a boy pattern. Good call. So I told my boss when I gave him the mystery quilt, the Frank Lloyd Wright quilt that we were creating, which was the mystery quilt. I told him when I gave him that one, I said, "Yeah," I said, "I have another pattern," which turns out that the maker of the pattern actually has quite a few of them now, but at the time she only had the two. And I said, "Yeah, I have another pattern that I plan to make for you too." I said, "But I figure I'll give that one to you for your retirement because it took me so long to get the other one done." And he just kind of laughed. Oh yeah, he hung it up in our office. He has a portable whiteboard that he has near his desk, and so he hung it up in our office for a little while, and then ended up taking it home. Was planning to bring it with him on his road trip. That was kind of neat. So he could show it off to everybody he was going to see this weekend. So I was kind of honored by that. So. Right, Sandra. Yeah, handy to have in case a friend becomes a grandma. Good call. That is true. Just getting ready to come up to my next corner here. And I'm going to follow the same process that I did before. I'm going to stop 1/4 of an inch from the edge. Not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. Alright, back tack. Pull it off the machine. Turn it around. Okay. I'm going to take my binding strip here. I'm going to go up. Fold it up onto an angle. Make sure that angle is a really nice angle. Nice and straight. Okay. And then bring it back down, holding it in place and lining up that fold with the edge of the quilt. Just like that. It looks like it's kind of off a little bit. Go. Go. And then lay it back down 1/4 of an inch from the edge, from the top there, the top edge, 1/4 of an inch down. And make sure that my binding lines up again with this new edge, and then needle down. And one more time, 3 stitches forward, 3 stitches back, and then all the way down the side. If Lucas can get it, so can you. Lucas remembers putting the binding on his quilt. He did a fantastic job. He really caught on quick. He got it. The hardest part was meeting the two seams together. That was the hardest part to explain how to do. And he was really worried, but he did end up figuring it out. Mama Joyce, it's taken her 2 or 3 quilts now to get the hang of it, but I think this last one she really got the hang of it and did a great job. Patricia, are you having problems with your thimbles? Lucas can help you with that. You're having trouble. If you've changed the name, if you've changed your handle on your YouTube, if you've changed your handle, that can affect the symbols because it was based on your previous handle and it doesn't update. So it's not a big deal. We just need to know, and then Lucas can transfer your symbols over for you. If you, I think Nancy changed her handle. I think Susan changed hers, and we had to mess with them a little bit. So not a big deal. We just need to know about it so we can fix it for you. We don't want anyone to lose their thimbles because of some silly, you know, silly YouTube update. All right. Can't see chat. Oh, you think you figured it out? Okay, good. Okay. Good, good, good. We don't want anybody to lose their thimbles, that's for sure. I need to look through my stash. We haven't done a giveaway in a while. I need to look through my stash and see what I've got for a giveaway. It's been a while since we've done, and we're not gonna do a giveaway tonight, but it's been a while since we've done a good giveaway. It's been a while. We need to do one. We didn't do a birthday stream this year, or an anniversary stream this year, and that's usually when we do our big giveaways. And we didn't do one this year just because of kind of the timing of things here for me. So we need to think about that. I don't think that we're gonna get it done this month, but maybe for March. Maybe in March. Put that over. Grab that. So this Sunday we'll be back 10:30 a.m. Central Time. We're going to be picking up on our framed pinwheels sew along project that we've been working on here on the channel. That is a Missouri Star Quilt Company pattern. We've been putting pinwheels together, it seems like, for the last 3 streams. I think we're just about done with the pinwheels. Just about. Hopefully. Alright, at the end, so ended a 1/4 of an inch from this end. Turn the quilt again. I really like this. I think this looks so nice. I think that's going to look so nice with the gray. I think that's really going to look nice. All right. Lay it down. pull it up like this. Make sure that's a nice, what's that, 45-degree angle? Is that what that is? Come back down. We want the fold to be 90-degree angle. There we go. Back underneath the needle. 1/4 of an inch from the top. One, 2, 3, then back, 2, 3, and then forward. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. There we go. All right. Just a reminder to you folks, if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button for me if you're just came in or just joining us. If you are watching the channel right now and you're not a regular participant of chat, which is totally fine, just do me a quick favor and double check to make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. YouTube loves to do this awesome thing where it unsubscribes you at random. It's really fun. It's happened to Mr. Wizard and I both. Mama Joyce became unsubscribed to this channel. Like, she's a guest on the channel like all the time. Like, what the heck? It just happens. So there's that. And then, and if you're watching after the stream if you're watching the replay right now, please consider subscribing to the channel. We do a lot of fun things here on this channel. Lots of projects. We do live streams every Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. And I try to sprinkle in at least 1, sometimes 2 live streams during the week. Different days each week. Because the whole idea behind that is to allow those of our subscribers that are not available during our Sunday streams to be able to catch one during the week sometime. And you know, different days of the week work better for different people. So that's kind of why I try to be a little flexible about it. I'm just trying to give everybody an opportunity to be able to catch a live stream so that I can get to know you better. So that you can participate in chat, we can get to know each other, we can spend some time together. That's really why I do it that way. I'm not trying to compete with anybody else. There's a lot of content creators out there. I'm not trying to compete with any of them. I'm not trying to take their time slot or anything like that. That's all I'm trying to do is just, you know, spend time with my friends. We get almost as many replay views as we do live views, which it just baffles my mind because I don't think that I could watch my own replay. So I truly appreciate that. For those of you who do watch our replays. I should do something fun. I should do some type of fun giveaway for our replay watchers, like something like 3/4 of the way through the video, like give them some type of secret code or something to put in the comments and see, or to email me with, and they win a prize. Just to see how many actually watch the full replay. That could be fun. I think that would be a little silly too, but it could be kind of fun. You know, enter a special code and get extra thimbles or a special prize or something. I don't know. It would be funny. Could be interesting to see how many people actually respond. Tony has been doing this fun thing with her classroom because she's been having problems with her students paying attention or following directions. So she had them do this quiz where the first instruction on the quiz, what does it say? Professional audio? Oh, okay. Yeah, entered into a giveaway. Yeah, that could be fun too. You watch mine to see. I do watch mine. Yeah, I do watch it. I just don't watch the whole thing. But I do watch it to see if there's anything I can do better. But Tony did this thing with her students, her third grade students, where it was a following directions kind of exercise. And basically, the first instruction said to read all of the instructions, right? And if they've read all of the instructions, then the second to the last line or the last line said, just put your name on it and turn the piece of paper in. Like you only had to do a couple of things on it. You didn't have to do all of them. But then there were things in there like get up and walk over to the library, don't take a book or anything, but then just come back and sit back down, or, come up to my desk and give me a high five or things like that. And Tony said she just sat there and watched her students, and she said she was laughing to herself as students were just getting up and doing all these things that they weren't supposed to be doing because they didn't actually read the instructions that said, read all of the instructions before you answer the questions. So she said that was pretty entertaining for her, and it taught her students to because then she actually gave, a couple of them extra points or whatever for the day because a couple of them actually, had followed the directions. So that was pretty funny. She said she was going to probably plan to do another one of those soon. She's hoping, her and Taylor are hoping to kind of trick her students when Taylor goes to visit because they are identical twins. Um, Tony has dyed her hair a little bit lighter than Taylor's, so hers is a little bit more platinum than it is blonde, but otherwise they're pretty close in, build and looks and hair colors and everything else. So I think they're going to try and play a trick on her students and see if her students realize that it's not her, that it's her sister. Because I think she said that they know that she has a sister, but I don't think they know that she's a twin. Or an identical twin. So she said that could be a lot of fun. So I'm excited to hear how that goes. Excited to hear all about that. Taylor will be home on Saturday to tell me all about it, so I'll be able to tell you guys all about it on Sunday. Maybe I'll even convince Taylor. Well, no, I think Taylor's got to work on Sunday. Otherwise, I'd say I could convince Taylor to come on Sunday and tell us about it, but she's got to work Sunday, so. She's got to work Sunday morning, so she won't be able to tell us about it. We're getting there. That was pretty funny when Tony was telling me about that instead of instructions, and all the silly things that it said to do, and some students that did it and some students that didn't. Oh! Good news, it didn't break. Oops. It was just my thread cutter. I dropped it. The quilt knocked it off the table. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. What time is it? Oh, just about time to finish the stream. We'll probably get this one side done. We're coming up on our next corner here. That's our last side. So we'll probably get this front section done, and then over the weekend, depending on if I have time, we'll see. I've got a lot of things I got to do this weekend. I might try to finish this one up. There's no hurry for me to finish it or not finish it. Whenever I get to it, I get to it. There's no intentions. It's not for anyone specific or for anything specific. So it's just whenever I finish it, I'll finish it. I also have our resilient quilt. I've got the binding all prepped for that one. I just have to get the binding on it. So that one is just about done. I'll probably do that one. I don't know. I might do that one as a live stream. I don't know if I will or not. We'll see. I might just finish it and show you guys, but that one's been all quilted up. I picked that one up from the long arm a couple weeks ago. Our Norfolk quilt is also done. I just got a message from her this morning letting me know that that one is done, so I'll be picking that one up this weekend. And then I need to drop off our Starfire one, which is the one that we're putting our flange binding on. It's that one, so we'll be putting, once that one comes back from the long arm, I'll show you guys that one again. We'll bring that one back in and show you how to put the flange binding on it. The flange binding, rather than starting from the front like I am doing right now, we actually start that one from the back because you actually need to fold it towards the front so that you get the flange binding in the front. Oh boy, that's a little fast. This one is really, really dusty. There's a lot of dust on this one. My presser foot is just completely covered in dust. Or fluff, I guess. This one has really got a lot of fluff to it. Hi, baby. Hi. Thanks for coming in. What you doing? What you doing? It's your baby girl. It's your baby girl. It's your baby girl. Where did the baby girl go? Hi. 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 Local girl. Oh, where's that local girl? Come here. Come here. Can you come here? Here, come here. Say hi. Come here. Say hi. Come here. Can you come up, 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 up? Good girl. Up, up. Good girl. Come say hi. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. Say hi. Hi, everybody. You say hi to our friends. Yeah. You say hi, friend. Hi, friend. Say hi, friends. Oh, you want more Christmas? Yeah, you like the kisses. Sorry, guys. Give me a minute. I'm getting ivy cuddles. I'm getting ivy cuddles. The world stops for ivy cuddles. Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah, the world stops for ivy cuddles. Little girl. Yeah. Yeah. I'll put you down. You want to get down there? Okay. Wait. Wait. There you go. Something must have spooked her. She only comes in here for cuddles from me when something spooks her. Yeah, something must have spooked ya. What spooked ya? I think it ended. Did I push the button? I think I did. I'm gonna find out. Yep, it did. Okay, good. Wouldn't pass up cuddles. No, I don't either. No, I wouldn't pass it up either. Nope. She's cutie pie. She's my cutie. She's my snuggler. She likes to snuggle. Yep. But you gotta catch her at the right time, though. Sometimes she doesn't want to snuggle, but no, leave it alone. Ivy, leave it. You leave it. She likes to chew on the ends of my... Santa, have a good evening. She likes to chew on the ends of my bindings. She likes to catch them and chew on them. Well, you leave it alone. we're just going to finish this up here, and then we're going to take off our as well. We're back to our beginning point here, so we're just going to get it to the end. Match up our ends, and then we'll say goodnight as well. A few more minutes. She distracted me, which, you know, it's always a good distraction, so I don't mind. I don't mind being distracted by a baby girl. It's not often she comes in here for cuddles, so you gotta give them to her when she asks for them. Usually she runs from me. Alright, so we are just about at a point where we need to stop. What? Oh, now's not the time. Just about. I'm almost done. We got a few more minutes. Okay, a few more minutes. Just a few more minutes. Okay. So I like to be about 6 or 8 inches from the other end. Just about a hand's width, you know, or so. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pull that just a little bit further. There we go. Go ahead and back tack that. Nothing better, right? I agree. There's absolutely nothing better than puppy cuddles. Nothing better. Alright, so now let's go ahead and meet up these ends. Oh, where are my scissors? There's my scissors. Okay, so let me cut here. I'm just cutting off the big tail because it's kind of a pain to work with the big tail, so cut that off. Now I'm going to take a little piece of this off, just about a 2-inch piece. Doesn't have to be big. This, I'm going to use this as my measuring tool. Okay, so I've got the fold. It was folded this way, so I'm going to open it up and turn it this way so the fold now runs up and down. And this is what I'm going to use to measure the gap I need to allow for when it comes to my piece here. So I'm going to lie it there, about halfway through. Cut my binding piece that's on the left on the right side of this measuring tool. Okay. And then I'm going to overlap the left side piece onto the top of the measuring tool. I'm sorry, the right side piece over to the top of the measuring tool and cut to the left of that. There we go. So what happens is it overlaps each other by about 2.5 inches is really what happens. Okay. So there's these pieces here. I'm going to set these aside. These will go into our scrap bin. I'll just set them over here for now so they're out of the way. There's that. Let me get my other presser foot out just for a second. So I'm going to be needing to sew this on an angle, and my 1/4-inch presser foot doesn't work very well sewing on an angle. So we're just going to do that real quick. Throw this over here. Alright, so now we're going to fold these two pieces. So we're going to take our two ends, we're going to open them up, right sides together. Fold the bottom up towards the top. So it gives us a little bit of some room to move here. We're going to turn the bottom piece. We're going to turn it counterclockwise. We're going to match up the corners so that the side of the bottom piece is matching up to the edge of the top piece. And then I just put in 1 pin just to kind of keep them together. Ivy, quiet. We're just about this damn. Now, what did I drop? I'm dropping all kinds of stuff this evening. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew these together on an angle. Starting at the top left and sewing it towards the bottom right. Now, if you wanted to, you could pin this really well and then kind of mark it with a pencil so that you get it. I'm just kind of eyeball it. It's probably not going to be great, but it'll do the trick. You know? Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Be close enough. I be quiet. There we go. Alright, pull my pen out, and now if we've done this correctly, when I open this up and pull tight, it should go straight, and it does. It does go straight. Alright, so now we just need to trim this bulk here in the back, about 1/4 of an inch. That won't go in the scrap bin. And then we pull it back straight one more time, making sure that nothing is twisted. Finger press our seam open, just so it lays a little bit flatter. And then sew up the binding back onto our quilt. So the rest of the piece back on our quilt. And then we will be ready to iron it out. And then fold it over and sew it again. We'll do that another day, of course. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to finish sewing this down so that it's ready to go. Pulling it. There we go. I'm going to knock the phone down. I am managing to knock everything down today, aren't I? Awesome. 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 I'm doing an awesome job. We're going to move you over here so we don't break anything else. Because if that falls, we're really in trouble. So give me just a second here, guys. Now that I managed to knock everything off the table. Hold on, baby girl. Mommy's almost done. She's whining at me because it's time for her to go outside. Hold on, baby. We're almost done. 3 more stitches. Yay! All done. Okay? All done. Alright. So now the binding has been sewn on to one side. You can see the shimmer in that. Isn't that awesome? You can see it's sewn on. So now I will go ahead and iron this open like this. Just like this. Just to the one side. Iron it all the way. And you can see that my corners have kind of got this pinch in them. So when I fold them out, when I pop them out, you can kind of see a little bit there. You can kind of see the miter. And so when I do that, I'll take one edge here, fold that down like this, same thing, and then fold this edge down like that. And that'll give me a nice corner on the back too. So there you go. That's how I do my binding. Right or wrong, I'm not sure, but that's how I do it. So that will be just what I will take care of. I love this shiny fabric. It's just so cool. So anyway, folks, that is all for this evening. As you can tell, I have a whiny puppy that needs to go potty. She needs to go outside and go potty. So I am going to bid you guys adieu. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all of our new subscribers and our new friends that we've met today. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me this evening. We will be back here again on Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, where we're going to be working on our sew-along project, the framed pinwheels. So make sure you come back on Sunday to hang out with us then. Next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend will be our After Dark edition with Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl, where we're going to be working on that friendship table runner. I think next week is also going to be our live stream for members only And then we also have a stream on Thursday. You'll have to forgive me. I don't remember what we're doing on Thursday. But so lots of stuff coming up. But anyway, you guys have a great evening, a great night, a great rest of your week. Ivy says have a good night as well. And thank you again so much for hanging out with us this evening. I will see you guys again on Sunday. Bye for now, friends.